advocating for those to do it that have the platform to do it. Let's jump into it. Mind you, this is the best I have for a side-by-side presentation because I do not have a projector at my home, and hopefully I do not get docked for this. Here we go. The platform. Social media influencers with a platform should be more aware of the voice that they have, especially on the internet. I think that people are excessively using social media for bad and for good. And that is why we see so many young people using social media with bad intentions. The platform is the blessing. So now give some of that to others and use what you were given for the greater good. We all use social media for laughs and giggles at times, but there needs to be more advocating on social media as well as the laughs and giggles. Now, there are downsides of excessive social media use. The potential downsides of excessive social media use, it can be a double-edged sword, impacting our mental health, our well-being, the constant comparison, the pressure to present a perfect life, and the addictive nature of scrolling can take a toll on our self-esteem and happiness. It's important to find a balance and prioritize our mental well-being. Let's be mindful of the time we spend on social media and ensure that it enhances our lives rather than detracting from it. I know it could be hard because of the dopamine that you get from it, but our present lives need us. Snap back into the now and stop scrolling so much. This can especially be used when we're talking about tending to our present lives. I really hope we can all snap back into reality and pay attention to the now. We can spend so much time and energy scrolling when we can use that time and energy to do something for good in our present lives. Digital literacy. It is an individual's ability to find, evaluate, and communicate information using typing or digital media platforms. It is a combination of both technical and cognitive abilities in using information and communication technologies to create, evaluate, and share information. Many people develop this by being on social media. Let this be seen as getting useful information to people spread and more information to help people rather than bash people, say rude things, or joke about people. More helpful things need to be on social media. Be responsible. Although, like any tool, it's important to use social media responsibly and mindfully, you can fall into a deep hole of comparing yourself to others, and that is the ultimate joy stealer. Many people on social media have their lives figured out, and they have people who are fans that can see that, and they automatically think that since, oh, we're on the same age, our life should be just like theirs. When they see the differences in lives, it can cause you to worry about someone else and not run your own race. You do not want to steal your own joy by falling victim to comparison. You got to know that what is for you is for you. And people who have reached the success others have reached should be encouraging and trying to give gems to those who would love to be in their position. That goes back to the point of the platform and how to use it. Potential. Think about the potential that social media must be good at making positive change for the world. This could be huge if we can really get everyone to want to give more gems on social media to the younger generation. It could be major to see people that are of high status really help people that want to be in their shoes in their respective fields. I think about endless potential when I think about what could be with social media. And I think that the question that we have to ask ourselves at the end of the day is, are we willing to make the change? Numbers don't lie. The average person spends 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media every day. The average American checks their mobile device 159 times. Users will spend 4 trillion hours on social media this year. 46% of Americans say they watch more user-generated content on social media than they watch movies and television on streaming services. Americans spend 36 more time watching TV than they spend visiting social media sites. Americans spend an average of 31 minutes per day on Facebook. Users spent 20% less time on Facebook than they did 5 years ago. 93% of marketers use Facebook for advertising. Facebook suffered its first decrease in average daily visitors in 2021. And Americans spend 4.2 hours per day on mobile gaming. Now, I say all this to say, in this slide, as you can see, numbers don't lie continue. Just look at how much people are on social media, let alone checking their iPhone. You have to see that these numbers don't lie. The average person checking their phone 159 times a day is more than enough time when it comes to seeing something positive. I am willing to bet that out of that 159 times, you see more negative things than positive things on your respective screens. Numbers don't lie. Are we done yet? No, of course not. I have more to say about how I feel about this topic because I really do think that this should be an all hands on board thing that we need in this world. I believe that the future is the children that are growing up in today's world. Now, I do not have kids on my own, but many people do have kids, and I have nieces, and I have a god sister, and I want them to grow up to be in a better position because that generation is the future leaders of the world. I want them to see more positivity, spread more positivity than negativity. I want to keep them free of negativity so they can go into this world and do their absolute best at whatever it is they're doing. I want them to look up not only to me, but anyone who's a role model to them and see that the person is doing good and not just because it's the right thing to do. They are doing it because they are good in their hearts. We need more good in this world. If you will not do it for any other reason, the kids should be enough motivation for sure. Conclusion. In conclusion, social media has transformed the way we connect and engage with the world. Let's embrace its potential for positive change, while also being mindful of its impact on our mental well being. By using social media responsibly, promoting digital literacy, and finding a healthy balance, we can make the most of this powerful tool. Let's make social media a force for good in our lives and the world. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me persuade you in my advocacy for a worldwide social media positivity spread.